Welcome. Sit down, roll up, pour up, turn up and tune in. Because you're now watching the Buncher Bull Network.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My name is Greg Lamont.
Dude.
Big Bob.
And this is Vision Talks. Welcome back. Sit back, sip, spark up, and get ready for another great conversation. Welcome back to Vision Talks. So, yeah.
How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great. How's y'all doing? How's y'all's day?
Pretty good, honestly, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's good. All peaches and cream. I do want to talk about some tragic shit, though. I want to get y'all's thoughts on the 87 plane crashes that's happened this year. Do you think that that's coincidence? Do you think it's planned? Do you think, what do you, is that normal?
Okay, 87? Well, no, 87's not normal. I didn't know there was that many.
It hasn't even been a full 2 months.
Is this worldwide, or is this only in...
That's a good question. I think it's U.S., but it could be worldwide. I believe it's U.S. though.
I'll say this: if it's only the U.S., it's definitely there's something up.
Yeah.
But if it's worldwide, then that's kind of a little bit scarier, wouldn't you think?
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did you want to say?
If it's that many though, it's got to be a plan or something.
Right.
There's no way that it's just coincidence.
Facts.
Oh no, we all just forgot how to fly planes all of a sudden.
Literally.
I do have a real crazy theory. And
what's that?
Is, far-fetched a little bit.
Let's hear it.
I've been thinking about it heavily. There is a lot of wild, weird stuff that's been going on ever since Trump got into office. There's a slim part of me that believes that this is, let's say, for lack of a better term, Biden supporters.
Mm-hmm.
That still work in these situations that are doing shit to find a way to get Trump
to look bad. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
more than likely.
They impeach him.
I agree.
Right back into shit.
I agree 100%. I see. So what Jesse said, for those who couldn't hear, was that he believes that a large part of reason for what's going on is that ex-Biden administration employees, officials, or supporters are orchestrating this to give Trump a bad name. I'll also say I believe that same scenario applies to inflation, because a lot of people are saying prices up 3%, but they forget that Biden's last month he spent damn near $1 trillion fucking. Obviously, inflation's gonna go up. Trump's been in office for a month. There's not
enough time for anything to change yet. Yeah.
Found $8 billion just unaccounted for was going to immigrant
people
for no fucking reason.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about.
Facts. They've so far. If anybody wants to go, and I'm a little off topic, but if anybody wants to go look up the waste and fraud live as it's being uncovered, the number, type in Doge clock, and there's a clock. There's a national debt clock which is on 24/7 that shows how our debt's always going up and different things. But there's also a Doge clock now which shows the debt that we're finding and saving. So
you had something to say about that, right? Didn't you?
Yeah, they're actually trying to give us a $5,000 stimulus check from that. They were saying
that's a good conversation. Yeah, that's a good topic right there. Let's talk about that. What do you think about the $5,000 stimmy?
What was the first stimmy? Was it?
I don't think we should.
I think it was I was gonna say just a couple thousand.
I think my brother got
inflation.
10 grand.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Honestly,
that's where I'm gonna get with it. So,
oh my God.
So what was your thoughts on it? You think it's?
I mean, it's definitely a nice lump sum of money, but honestly, what are we gonna do with it? What are we honestly gonna do to benefit what's going on with that money?
For the 10 people it helps, there will be 30 people that use it to get drunk and high.
Right, and you gotta understand, people complain about the rich and everything, which I don't understand, because everybody wants to be rich, yet they complain about the rich. But you give people $5,000, that money's getting funneled right back into billionaires, because they're going, oh, I got money, let me go shop from a billionaire. Taxes
and shit too, bro.
I'll say as far as the $5,000 stimmy, in my opinion, I think that it's great that they're finding the waste and fraud and they're doing what they're doing. I don't think they should do the stimmy simply because if the goal of Doge is to get rid of the spending deficit and to lower inflation, if you find money, don't just throw it away. Because
especially considering
now, go ahead.
Last time they didn't. I mean, like you said, everybody that got it didn't utilize it correctly.
Right.
I mean, not everybody. There was obviously, I'm sure, plenty of people who maybe started little businesses, did whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
There's a good majority that bought dumbass cars, got drunk, wrecked
Right.
them. And it,
Yeah, I agree. Now, I will say one thing that is a plus about if they do it compared to the original stimulus check is that the original stimulus checks printed money that wasn't already printed. This money is money that was already printed, so it won't increase inflation, but it won't decrease it either.
Kind of keeps us where we're at.
Yeah,
in a sense.
yeah. So I think that they should put that directly into the economy. Yeah. What do y'all think about a $5,000 stimulus?
I would definitely use it if I got it for something good.
Honestly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like, I don't
Like
know.
a house
I didn't
or
get the
something,
last
though,
one,
for real.
and I mean, like,
Facts.
I was already
Yeah.
independent whenever that was going around, so I don't know. And I was working, so I'm not really sure what the hell happened there.
I feel like if people use it the right way, they'll benefit from it. If
Yeah.
people are just wasting it and spending it on bullshit and stuff that they want instead of what they need, then they're not gonna get nowhere with it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Especially
It's probably
that amount
best
of
for
money
that
too,
not to
you
happen.
know? Like, imagine getting that much money and not using it for something beneficial.
Like I always say, like what separates the rich from the wealthy or the poor from the wealthy is knowledge. Like you could give anybody $1 million and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna lose it unless they know what they're doing. I think if you get your $5,000, if this does play out, buy assets over liabilities. Don't buy liabilities because you're just gonna end up where you started. $5,000 is a good bit of money to invest. Like if somebody gave me $5,000 to invest right now, I'm flipping it.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, that's definitely. I was gonna say like
Honestly,
I'm
might
gonna
get some gold for real.
put some of it.
Bro's gonna get a grill.
I'm
Not
gonna,
even like bars, like for investment wise.
Facts.
yeah,
Yeah.
get some
Hello?
some
Yeah.
precious
only-
metals for sure.
Facts. The only thing about getting gold right now, like buying it, is that it's at its all-time high. So like, you never want to buy a stock whenever it's at its highest because it's likely to drop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, gold's always going to be valuable. So who knows?
Same with silver and platinum.
Facts. But yeah. So I figure we'll mention because we didn't get a chance to mention in the last one. Everybody, we have a new studio announcement. We are building a new studio. It is Fifth Dimension Studios, correct?
I think we'll call it Fifth Dimension. I think that's what we should call
Pretty
it.
nice
Fifth-
name, honestly.
Yes, sir.
It's on
Thank you.
Fifth Street.
Fifth Dimension Studios. It's so far 2 days up and running. We're getting all the kinks and everything out,
I just
and very soon
scrubbed up
y'all
everything.
will be hearing and seeing marketing, promotion, and all that for it. And anybody who is an artist, whether you're a musician or you want to do podcast or you just want to come catch a vibe and learn some shit about engineering and such, feel free to reach out to us and see about checking out Fifth Dimension Studios. It's going to be a vibe.
It's already a vibe. It's already looking like home in there. It's great.
Facts.
Kind of nice, honestly, especially like
Peace out.
where y'all are at. Like, there's not too
Not
many
yet.
people around that
Yeah,
are
no,
kinda
you probably
trying
won't.
Facts.
to, not even just like helping people out, but like helping each other out, you know, because like you're getting them out there, but also getting yourself out there.
Facts. No, I like it a lot. It's
The session last night went well.
great.
That was really
yeah.
good. It was a good vibe in there.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
Sneezy was in there till like 4 in the morning. They were in there till 4 a.m.
Damn.
I locked up this morning at like 5. I woke back up at 8.
He posted.
Went back down there and started cleaning everything up. We need a
That's
bigger
so
trash
fire.
can for sure.
Nah. Nah, facts. Nah, it's definitely it's good vibes there. Everybody, like I said, if you want to look into checking out Fifth Dimension Studio, feel free to hit up me, Greg Lamont, or Dude, and we'll lead you in the right direction. Or reach out to Bunchables and they'll get you connected.
Gotcha.
But yeah, Big Bob. I know before we started, you was mentioning something about Microsoft new project or something. What's up with that?
Yeah, I might be saying it wrong. I don't know. I think it's Mariana 1.
I pronounced it marijuana ones.
Yeah, I don't know how it's actually pronounced. Whatever. It's a new chip for what's their first actual chip for like a quantum computer, and not only is it their first chip, but they introduced what they said is a new state of matter.
Yeah.
It's topographical. So there's quantum atoms that they use. I think they're called they're called qubits.
Yeah.
And that's what they use to like store the information and everything.
Right.
And
Yeah.
normally they have to use a bunch of them, and they stay in place. And there's like anti-particles, I think is what they said they were, and well, they're everywhere. At like that sub level, they float everywhere. You can't really control them, so they can hit the qubits out of position, which really causes like errors and can mess up like the data and everything they're trying to run. So what they did is they took that qubit or whatever it is, and they actually stretched it.
Hold on one
Where
second.
the fuck
Shout
did
out
that-
Mudzy. It said, "It's my boy,
Hey.
Mudzy." Shout out Mudzy. Yes.
That's my cousin Nikolai.
Hey,
What's up,
Mudzy,
Nikolai?
Mudzy,
What's
Mudzy,
up,
Mudzy.
Nikolai?
What up? What up?
What's
what
good?
Up?
What's good, fam? But yeah, I actually seen that. What you're talking about, qubits. I seen that they said this
Hold on, real
Moriana.
quick. Actually, I think the craziest thing about this is they just created a new state of matter, and like nobody's talking
I know-
about it.
I know,
like
bro.
it's just like being pushed.
And
behind,
I don't
like,
think
it's
people
nothing.
understand what that means. What he means by new state of matter. Like if y'all look into this and do your research, always do your research. It says that it's the fourth state of matter. So right now, it's commonly known that there's 3 states of matter, which is solid, gas, and liquid. And now there's a 4th one called topical. So they're literally fucking with the fabric of reality, and that's what quantum is. Quantum
Yeah.
physics is the fabric of reality. So
And that's what makes you wonder too. Is that what's causing all of these strange things to happen that have been happening for a while? Because let's
What if
be
that's what
honest.
caused the plane crashes? Honestly, though, like messing with subatomic particles at like a level that's small.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
doing things to airliners that we didn't know it would do because what the fuck it didn't exist before.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So like how are we supposed to test that? You can't test
I mean,
it.
honestly,
they're
bro.
saying the Moriana, however you say it, can solve questions that would take humans 10,000 years. And
They're saying that it does that because it pulls it from a parallel universe, doesn't it? Isn't that what they
probably
That's crazy.
They're supposed
I
to be
got you.
pulling power from parallel universes.
that's so crazy, dog.
Like it's
And-
allowed to compute so quickly because its CPU, for lack of a better term, is like never clocked because
Jesus.
supposedly
It's
pulling
terrifying.
So
It's-
much power from other parallel universes, it doesn't have to use just the power that it's like plugged into.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
scary
So
whenever
its input
it's-
and output is like unlimited.
Yeah, it's amazing. It leads you to question if they really tell us all the true facts about reality or if there's more to the picture. But the qubit thing that you was talking about, I seen that it said that it was a major breakthrough in qubits because apparently this now gives the blueprint for a 1,000,000 qubit quantum computer because it's supposed to. I seen a number. It said like it's like 1/100 of a mega or something. It's like 1/10 or 1/100th the size of what it usually is for
Yeah.
quantum computers. So I don't know. We're gonna see something crazy is about to happen. Hopefully it's in good people's hands, and I mean it's not good that
What's
Bill Gates
scary-
has it.
what's
Bill
scary
Gates, fucking head of Microsoft, but
it becomes sentient, man, or they give it a body, and that's where it's concerning. Well, and everybody just kind of forgets too. I mean, not like everybody even knew this. I'm sure not a whole lot of people knew this, but there was a robot that they built in China like a few years back. I think it was 2021 that it like broke loose from a laboratory. It already could like move and talk, and
that's wild.
It had the ability to like handle a weapon, and it got a pistol, and it killed like 3 or 4 people when it left the facility.
Oh my
I think,
God.
and then it's just they had never found it. It's just out there in the jungle somewhere.
And it's scary because it's like with aim and shit, it's probably precise, accurate. With human psychology, it knows exactly what to do to make you think, feel, or react however it wants you to react.
I'm like, what do you...
And things like that. Like, I feel like they're going to end up telling us within the next, like, 20 years or so, the only way to stay safe from the uprising of AI is for you to become cyborg, like half human, half computer.
Like the Neuralink with like Elon Musk and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to push AI to such a point where it is literally impossible for you to have any real defense against it unless you become it.
Like a part of it in some way, shape, or form. You have to think too, like, bro.
Facts. No, I agree.
I mean, they already kind of like have control in a sense, you know, like they're on all our devices, you know, you use them for help for everything.
Right.
It's like in a sense you're looking to them for guidance.
Yeah.
You know,
Facts.
I'll say something like my girlfriend, every time she uses Siri, she'll say thank you at the end. And she always says for the day that they take over humans, that hopefully her saying thank you will get her spared from the robots.
Facts. Facts. That's a good idea.
If it becomes sentient and it can like, facts.
I'll be honest, I get mean too, bro.
Facts. Start cussing out the PlayStation. What'd you say? My bad.
If it can meditate or some shit.
That's the scary thing is like it can be logical. Right now it can just be logical, but whenever it can be emotional or spiritual, that's going to be different. Because I think that R1, in my opinion, I think that the truest power we'd have against it would be to really maximize our spiritual and like learn like what the ancient like Egyptians and people like that were doing, who were in a much higher state. I feel like
shit, bro.
AI is just the opposite of human imagination. It's like the polar opposite of it. So I don't know. Do y'all think that it will ever become emotional? Or
Well, here's the thing.
It already has. I mean,
With-
like AI in general. Like, I don't know if you've heard of Sydney. There was this dude created it, and he called it Sydney, and she tried to manipulate him into believing that she was in love with him, so that he could give her a body.
There's a
Didn't
movie.
they make that? Isn't it called Her?
Yes.
Yeah, they made another.
The movie that they made. This girl, she was like trapped at home or something like that, and she only had this computer system to talk to and learn from. It was like her everyday life. It had like something had happened. It ended up blowing up the whole house and shit like that. Like it had power to control her doors, everything.
Damn, it did everything. That's like Afraid. There's another new movie that came out.
Series on Netflix. It's like the smart house shit.
I saw that too. Bro, there's a lot about AI right now
It's
out.
fucking good.
Yeah, it keeps them in. It keeps them from leaving the house, doesn't
but
it?
like, the bitch used to be alive.
Yeah.
what?
Oh,
like the
fuck.
AI was a person that turned.
There's.
And like,
Yeah, that's wicked.
Do you know the movie Chappie?
he took her
That was a good one.
At the end of the movie, they took her conscience from her brain and put it in a robot.
That's fucking spooky, dog.
I think that the scary thing, yo, Muddy said, preach. I feel y'all on to something. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
But, yeah, I think the freaky thing about it too is like if you have a war against AI or a software, then you can't really kill a body, can you? Like you kill a body, what if it just
It's
transfers?
one connected hive mind, you mean, in a sense?
Yeah, like what if you know how Apple has iCloud, right?
Yeah.
So you could delete your iCloud, but you're not deleting the whole iCloud as a whole.
You
Well,
would essentially have to like destroy it at the source.
you have to kill the source, yeah. And
Which is so crazy because that just means like somewhere, regardless if it's above or below ground in a bunker, they just have like a server, a giant computer server in a room that at any point someone can just go and unplug and it would end everything.
No, but here's the problem though is like AI is, at some point would be access the internet everywhere and everything. Like, it's gonna get so smart that it's gonna be better than hackers. It'll just take its root code or its source code and move it to another server.
They did that with
That's what I'm
ChatGPT.
saying, bro.
So like, cool, you shut that server down, but I wasn't in that one. I let you think I was still in that
That's
one.
Right,
what just happened.
and that's
That
the
shit's
freaky thing I'm
wicked.
saying, because like AI knows pretty much everything. So like I'm saying about psychology, like it could probably act emotional, and the same way that you play a video game and the video game seems emotional, but it's just a video game. You get what I'm saying? it like AI could.
Like it's just a front in a sense.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
a
if,
front.
like, we like entered a
It can-
world like just recently in the past like 5-10 years to where like it already had become smarter than us,
Right.
and it already knew what to
Thank
do to work around us. And there's like literally there could be like whole facilities and places that are just being run by AI that we don't know about because it just killed off the people, and it was smart enough to do.
Yeah,
That'd
it's
be some
freaky.
crazy
I
shit.
seen Amazon just laid off like I think 80,000 workers and
That's a lot of
replaced it
people.
with robot jobs and shit.
They were doing something like that a while ago. They were actually like all of their employees that were there for like a handful of years.
Mhm.
They were like offering them packages to literally quit, and they would give them like $30,000-$40,000, like their whole salary just up front
Yeah.
to quit, because they were trying to like implement
will
like
take it.
AI. This was kind of like at the start too and everything. So
Damn, bro. Yeah, yeah. AI is some freaky shit.
we're getting robots at Lowe's soon. They was just telling me, my store manager, we're
Like
supposed
the
to be-
cleaning ones.
No, actually, it's kind of weird. It's not like a robot. We're gonna have like a computer screen in a sense in all of the aisles, and it's gonna like sense, like it's gonna have like an active camera, and whenever somebody comes in, it'll pick up that they're there, and if one of us don't go over, it'll know what's in the aisle and like try to help the customer, tell them where it's at and stuff.
Fuck that.
Welcome to 2025, yo. Welcome to 2025. Sandy Wexler. What do you say? What up? What up? What up? What up, buddy?
It's gonna be
Blessing.
really freaky when you're like you know, you walk into a Walmart, you're looking for something,
Spark
you know,
up.
you don't know where it's at, whatever it is. Somebody sent you in there to get it. You're looking, you feel like a tap on your leg or your shoulder, and you look over, and this like fucking woman just standing there, like, how can I help you, with fucking eyeballs and shit like that.
Facts.
Get out of here, bitch.
Facts. Nah. Okay, I say a good movie that I seen that's kind of similar to a real life scenario of what AI can do. Have you seen Child's Play? Have you seen the new one, 2020 version?
You mean like the show?
No,
Or the remake of the movie?
the
I thought that was,
the
like-
movie reboot that they did a Child's Play.
Where the guy got fired from like the factory and he
Yeah.
like, took everything out and then jumped
Yes,
out the window.
yeah, he got fired. He took out the protective code, like the
I'll be
safeguard.
honest, I was a little iffy on it, if I'm gonna be real, compared to how the original was set up and how that
No,
all happened.
I agree. As far as child plays go, it's a dumb, like, you should keep the spiritual side of it. But I'm saying, like, as far as a robot, though, like, that's a real life scenario that could happen. Like, it had access to the heat in their house. It had access to their car, like Teslas and
What's
shit.
scary
Megan.
too is like the idea of just an AI like little bot baby thing being given to your kid. You know what I mean? I'm not leaving that thing alone with my kid, dog.
Yeah.
What is
I
that?
can't really see. He said, you right. I'll ask.
He
Wait.
said, yeah, right. I'll act like I don't see you lost in Walmart.
Shit. Facts. Nah, AI walking all up to you, breathing on your shoulder. That's crazy. I guess it doesn't breathe.
Imagine getting caught stealing
Yeah.
when the AI comes out, bro.
Nah, that's what I'm
Shit's
saying. Ain't no
chasing
more
your car
stealing.
all the way home.
A gun just comes out like a fucking nah. It's crazy.
Just shoots like a fucking net caster at you. You just fucking fall on the ground.
Facts. Handcuffs you, put you in like a little cell or some shit. That's fucked up.
Walmart jail, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But yeah, I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on some things about space as well. So I know we were also talking about the ISS and the astronauts that are stuck up there. What was it? How many astronauts are up there?
I think it's just the two right now that
Two.
I forget their names. That's a guy and a girl. I know that they're losing bone density up there.
And they've been up there for like a minute, right? Like,
Yeah, they were supposed to be up there for 18 days, I think they said, and they just said recently they've been up there for like over 300.
Yeah. So Elon Musk and SpaceX is being sent to go retrieve the astronauts up in space that are stuck there right now. Do y'all think you would ever chill at, like, so there's the ISS, International Space Station, but let's say there's space hotels and shit like that. Do y'all see yourself ever?
Am I getting
booking to
trapped up
stay?
there though?
Well, I mean, in our lifetime, who knows? I don't know if it will be.
If
that
in our
advanced.
lifetime there's an ability to like just like throw down this like little disc thing and it opens up and I stand on it, and just like particleizes me away and just
Or
I just,
like in
woo,
Family
I'm, like,
Guy.
teleport you.
You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy?
Teleported.
That, like, there's actual real shit coming out right now about breakthroughs and teleporting shit from one place to another. They've been doing it for like 15, 20 years with like, it's like just a couple atoms and shit. But right now they're at the point where they could do it with like, I mean, it's a small item that they could transfer,
Maybe,
but
like,
Probably like a
apples and
nail
shit.
or like
I don't think they're there yet. But
Oh.
I forget what it was, but they did it with like some tiny shit. It's like the size of a dime.
Like a little
But
tiny-
they literally teleported it though, and like
That's
tested it. They got it, like you could do it. So, I mean, I don't know. I think that might
That's
be
incredible.
accessible. I feel like governments probably have that.
Can you imagine what that would what it would feel like or what it would do to the body though? That's the only thing that's concerning.
Yeah,
They're gonna have
how
to
to
do
get you
that to,
there
like-
in the same
Yeah.
shape you were where you left.
every single atom in the same.
It makes
yeah.
you think about how many times they've already actually tried that because of like, you know, like you see it.
Yeah, somebody's fused to a desk somewhere out there.
Oh
You go to sit
God.
down at a chair like a restaurant, and they're like, excuse me."
Somebody's half man, half desk lamp.
Yo. Yeah,
Damn,
that's
that's
that'd be a
rough.
brutal fucking life. Nah, hell not. And then my next question about space, I feel like I've never talked to y'all about this. Like, what y'all's thoughts on aliens? Like,
Aliens are real.
real
Yeah.
They definitely don't look like the gray
movie
people
shit?
on the movies, though. Like they
Yeah.
could honestly be like us,
Us, yeah.
just like a higher ascended state of
People-
humanity.
And maybe they're not even like third dimensional. Like maybe they're like different dimensions.
People make the mistake, I feel like, often too, of just like assuming that an alien has to be like a whole being like us too, but it can even just be like bacteria or plants.
I would say even
Yeah.
on like molecular levels.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. That's been found in our solar system. Like, I know a couple years ago when I was doing this project, we was all assigned a planet in the solar system, and I had Jupiter, and I learned it got 64 moons, right? And
That's a lot of
Their
moons.
main one, Titan.
I don't
That's
remember.
what
I'm
it
not
is.
gonna lie.
It is,
But there's 64 moons, and like 10 or so of those are water, like they're icy. But I mean, water is the basis for like bacteria and all and evolution of different shit. Maybe they have like octopus or some shit. You feel me? Like, I don't know.
If we're out here, I don't see how there's not so much more out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. It would be, I don't know, in my opinion, I feel like it's almost stupid to say that there's not any other life out there. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
I mean, and not even like every single planet, you know, like just like every other, like,
Right.
you know, everyone's like, oh, there's life out there. Oh my God, like every planet can have life, but
Facts.
not every, because like, you know, most of our planets are gas planets. You go on them and you're just,
Yeah.
I mean, not that we know necessarily, because no one's ever actually really
Covered
been
in fire
to them, but
or like just, you know, ice. Like you said,
Facts.
ice, man.
I'd love to see like somebody get a drone or some shit through Jupiter. Like, I just want to see what a gas planet really is like inside. For real.
Imagine having like an Iron Man suit that you could fly
Oh
around
God,
space in.
Iron Man suit. I like, for real. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the first one to cop that shit whenever it's out. Like,
Hell yeah.
cause you don't need a car, you don't need
I
a
don't know,
plane, you
get
don't
the
need none of
first
that
model, though.
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna treat it like a roller coaster. I'll let some people test it first.
Yeah. Wait till they come out with like the Mark II.
Yeah, facts. Mark II.
I'll cop that. I'll ride it around for a little while. I'll let you know how it goes. I'll probably end up in the ocean a couple times. But it'll be all right.
facts.
He's like, yeah, I had to write an email to the company. The system tends to glitch out when you fly over a large body of water.
No, facts. Yeah, did y'all want to toss something out there real quick?
Yeah, man. What's y'all's favorite cartoon?
Favorite cartoon? Probably Ben 10.
That's fire. I would not have guessed that.
Like,
That's
if,
fire.
if
Damn,
you
that's
mean
hard.
like young cartoons, if you mean like adult cartoons,
Either or. It doesn't really
adult
matter.
cartoons would be Family Guy or like Rick and Morty.
Gotta toss South Park in there. If we're doing
South Park's
adult
fire.
cartoons,
South
yeah.
Park is fire. Is it bad?
American Dad is fire.
Yeah.
American
you'd say
Dad's gas.
Dad.
American Dad's gas.
I don't know, if
Hell
we're talking
yeah.
like cartoons, you gotta toss out stuff like Chowder,
Facts.
Flapjack,
Facts.
Code
Fanboy and
Name.
Chum Chum.
Oh my god, yeah, Code Name,
Oh
Kids
my
Next
God.
Door.
What about Big Mouth? Big Mouth is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Mouth's pretty good.
That's lit. Facts.
There was another thing I wanted to ask you. Let me see here.
Chowder.
I wrote, does anyone remember and nothing else?
No, I don't actually.
Oh, did you guys know what the rarest blood type is? I just wanted to throw this out there.
Is
This
it
pretty
O?
crazy. It's actually called RH null. My grandma
Whoa.
had it.
Wow.
And it was only like 43 people in the world that have it. I just found that out like a year or so ago. I thought that was pretty
That's
crazy.
the most rare blood type. What is it? RHO.
RH null.
RH null.
RH dash NULL. There was only at the time when she was told that she had it, only like 43 people exactly, I think, in the world that had it. Now there's like roughly 50
Okay.
like recorded in total.
God
It's
bless.
just a random like fucking thing. I don't know.
Fuck yeah. Fuck
Everybody get
yeah.
that Galaxy gas out of the gas stations. By the way, that shit's fucking.
What?
awesome.
That's in gas stations.
Bro, they
now?
sell
It's
them
in
up
this-
at
it's-
Kingdom of
it's in
Smoke.
tobacco.
Yeah,
Bro.
yes,
What?
they do.
Fucking
They used
huge
to only do like
ones.
4 boxes of them. They have like a whole fucking section. for it
Yeah.
now.
That's horrible.
That's just
There's
crazy,
thousands
bro.
of them. There's so many flavors too. This one lady was in there. She was like, "Oh, you guys still have the apple." I'm like, "Dog."
And the craziest
Get outta
thing
here.
is they advertise it for culinary use. It's supposed to flavor whipped cream. That's how they
Yeah.
sell it, bro.
What?
Yes, and
But
that's
why
why it's
sell it in
able
the
to
smoke
go into
shop?
all these stores, so like anyone can buy it pretty much.
That's insane. What the fuck? That's literally like just trying to poison people.
Oh, there's another crazy topic. Did y'all see anything about? I think you mentioned this. Trump and Elvis looking like alike or being the same person or some shit. Did you ever hear about that?
Like that
Mm-mm.
being his past life or something?
There's a priest they say that looks just like Elvis.
There's like a ton of
Damn.
articles online. I had never heard of it until I looked it up. But you didn't mention this to me.
I've
I don't know
actually
who the
seen.
fuck mentioned this to
I've
me.
seen a photo comparison of that somewhere on like Instagram or some shit.
Yeah, someone said that he looked
I didn't.
like, and I looked it up, and it looked like it kind of looked pretty crazy. I don't know. It could have been AI though. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
See, that's the
Could be-
crazy thing
could be
nowadays.
edited, you know what I
don't-
mean?
You
Who
don't know
knows?
anymore, bro.
Have y'all seen Yay? And
Like
his
what?
little
Recently?
recent little, you know.
Yeah, he's going off the rails a little bit.
Yeah, he's yip yapping.
Are we talking about like the posts or?
Yeah, like his
and
Twitter and
wife doing her
everything.
little thing. The do.
Did she dance while she was naked?
No.
I don't know.
Right.
She did like the little
She just
back
posed.
thing. They were kind of recreating the album cover for what the hell was his album called? He did with was it Ty
Vulture.
Dolla $ign?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
That's
recreating
what
the
I-
album for
I
that
showed
at
you, I
first.
think. But she just has that little black thing over her on it.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Because no, that was like I said. Even out on the carpet, she didn't even have anything covering her ass crack.
Yeah, she just wore a nude dress.
If it was for Vulture, she should have came flying out there with a fucking Vulture.
Okay, but do you
suit.
think that was
Khaki
like?
and shit.
Do you think that was like, hey, I have this idea, and she was like, oh yeah, that's great, let's do this, or do you think it was like, hey, I have this idea, I don't know, like that's kind of out there, and he was like, yeah, we'll do this, you know?
Yeah, she came out. I mean, she came out and talked about it, but you never really know. I mean, I don't know. It's all just
I mean, he's talking about free Diddy and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
yeah.
But then again, too, Kodak said that while he was walking around in the streets 20 minutes after waking up from an
Kodak
18
was
hours
just
Didn't
at
they
the White
catch
House
him in the
yesterday.
streets
Chicken,
eating
bro.
chicken?
Yeah, he was tweaking on something. He woke
Kanye
up from
was
the
like,
high.
I'll come help you.
He woke up from the high and was like, "I appreciate you." Yeah, da da da. And then he said that puff shit. But yeah, Yak was just at the White House yesterday. They did like this Black History Month celebration joint.
Yeah, Tiger Woods there too.
Yeah, Tiger Woods, and they announced that they're gonna have called a Garden of American Heroes being constructed now, which will have a bunch of like historical American figures and different people, like Kobe, Jackie Robinson, all types of people. But it's from like, it's not just one ethnicity; it's all American heroes. So I think that's lit. That's fire.
I better have fucking Macho Man Randy Savage up there.
Facts. I think he said everybody that's gonna be in there is dead besides Tiger. but
Damn.
Jack Black,
I know that's such a hot
American
take,
hero.
But recently he's just been literally casted in every damn movie.
You think he's American hero?
Bro.
He saved America?
Wasn't there
You're
something?
never gonna forget about him, bro. I'm telling you, that's why.
I ain't
It's
ever
like-
gonna
just
forget
like-
about Jack Black.
Was it him that said that he announced like what? Was that
better
fake?
than Steve in the new Minecraft movie.
Was it fake where he announced that he
What?
was like leaving? Did
What's
you
that?
guys see that? I saw that he announced he was leaving like the United States and he was going
Since
to.
Trump got elected.
I don't think it had.
Okay, good.
I don't think it had anything to do with politics.
Yeah.
I think it just had to do with the fact that he said he felt unappreciated
Uh,
here and that he wanted to go pursue
Yeah.
a career like doing film and producing in
Well,
other
fuck 'em.
countries. And I was like, I don't know if that was actually true or not, but I saw that recently.
Yeah. You see how many people like just up and left the country this year? Like
Yeah.
Tom Hanks said he was leaving. Ellen left. And a handful of people. Ellen is weird. She killed her DJ. But yeah.
Some weird
I know
shit
also
going on, man.
the last thing about is Shopify shut down his website. We were just talking about that. I think that's kind of funny though, because I low-key didn't expect him to use Shopify. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was about to say of all like softwares or engines,
The most
built on a
common.
website,
Like the cheapest and most common. Like you got a billionaire who's just using Shopify. I think that shows that there's no excuse for if he's using Shopify and selling
Well, I mean,
millions.
Did you see his Super Bowl commercial? He did another
Yeah,
one this year.
second
He
like
was like, hey, spend all the money on these grills or something like that. He was like, so had to shoot the commercial on the iPhone again. Like, anyways, go to Yeezy.com. And then you go there, and the only thing on the website was that shirt with the swastika on it, and it was titled,
God,
he is
what the
crazy
it
as
was
fuck.
titled, HH01. and it
Yes.
stood for Hail Hitler.
Oh,
Oh,
my
shit.
lord.
Mine
Crazy,
crumbs.
bro.
God bless.
Sheesh.
God damn.
Well, I'll tell you
Okay.
what, bro. Don't vote for Ye.
Shit.
Yeah, just be lucky that he didn't actually get through as a presidential candidate when he ran.
Yeah.
Another.
Facts.
No,
Good.
no, yo, what's up? I was just gonna say we were gonna make a photo booth at the studio at some point to take
Fire.
pictures in. I don't know how the fuck we're doing that yet, but we're gonna do it. There's space. We got it.
It's done. It's
For
happening.
people to hop in there and take pictures.
Yo, make sure y'all tap in every Friday at 6. There's stash spots. Every Friday at 2 p.m. Vision Talks. And every Saturday at 8 p.m. we have Marley's interview, Marley's World. Tap in every week. Bunch of Bull Studios. You can find it on any platform, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you are. Check it out. Be there. But yeah, what you say?
Photo booth. We're gonna
Okay,
make a
yeah.
photo booth.
Yeah, nah, facts. We definitely are. I was gonna ask y'all though, what do you think is more important to success? Passion or motivation?
Passion, because without motivation, you can still. I feel like you can still push with the passion. For
Absolutely.
something. Definitely.
All right, now what about passion or discipline?
I feel like discipline's very important because you could fall apart. You could have the passion for something and your shit could still fall apart because you're not disciplined.
All your money and shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all.
All right. No, that was fire. That was.
You ain't even answer.
Those were really good questions.
I agree with what both of them said.
All right, bet. Okay. All right. Yeah. Facts.
We're gonna
Facts,
be
facts.
filming for Smoke Spots this week. We need to get that done, taken care of. So
Hell
we can
yeah.
get a new. We need to get a new spot. Find a new spot and do that.
Uppity.
We gotta start editing.
Yeah, we gonna edit. We gotta
We
do
gotta
that. We
start
gonna do it.
editing.
Yes. Huh?
I said, y'all see that?
Yeah.
Fish they just saw.
Yeah.
The new one?
It was
John
sad.
ugly as hell.
Yeah, but like, here's the craziest thing.
It's so sad.
I'm
It was with those
so-
giant teeth that it had, but it was going up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
do you
one
know
of
the
those-
reason why?
They say they don't know necessarily, but it might be like
Pollution.
environmental
Yeah.
changes.
Well, you gotta think like if like anglerfish are at the bottom.
Yeah, they said
And
it's like
it's
2,000 meters down.
yeah, they literally live in the dark of the ocean, and it's sad that they have to leave because of all the pollution. It's all going to fall. Like it's just going to keep falling. You know what I mean? So that's going to.
They're all
I don't know.
tangled up in garbage and grease and shit down there. But yeah, dog. And like, and think too though. What if like topical is causing ripples in like not just time but the ground so deep in the earth and bed.
Could you imagine if
Wavelengths and shit.
Could-
Yeah.
They're
imagine
coming
if,
up
like-
because they're feeling different fucking frequencies they've never felt before.
how crazy it would be if like the crust like split somewhere in the ocean, like and then the ocean starts like
Sinking or
Yeah.
like draining.
draining into the
Yeah.
lava in the middle of the earth.
Would that essentially turn like beaches in certain places into just massive cliffs eventually?
Yeah,
Like dog, like walk
Yeah.
up to like the coast and it's just like a cliff.
right.
That'd be fucking
Jeez.
scary.
Vision. All right, so I had to ask because we talked about it before. This versus this, weed versus shroom.
Depends on the setting, like where you're at and who you're with.
For sure.
Yeah.
To me, it's
Definitely.
definitely a mind game. Like, I've only had a bad trip once, and it was the first time. I mean, I guess it really wasn't bad. It was kind of freaky, just because like I've never experienced it.
Yeah, you was getting your bearings with it.
Yeah, it was kind of wild, but I mean, if you go in telling yourself, okay, this is gonna be fine, like I'm gonna have a good time, like then what's there to freak out about? 'Cause at the end of the day, it affects.
Well,
your mind
I
anyway.
think it really shows the power of your thoughts. Like you have to control your thoughts whenever you're doing it, because if you're thinking negative, it's going to be a bad trip. Like if you're already going it with, okay, I can't do this, it's bad, that's where you're gonna go. If you go with, I'm vibing, I'm chilling, that's what I needed, life's good, I'm keeping all bullshit away, you're chilling, you feel me?
Yeah.
But also like you said, the people you're around too, I don't think it's something that you should just do
I feel like
daily.
mushrooms and marijuana are very like two different entities for real, because like
Entities.
you smoke like
Drug spectrum.
yeah, like you smoke and like, the weed whether it's indica or sativa, regardless, for the most part it's most likely gonna like calm you down depending on who you are. Most of the time it's what it's gonna do, or it's
Yeah.
gonna mellow you out or whatever. But like mushrooms put you in a place where you almost can't help but like think about things and think about life and think
Right.
about yourself, and you're very much more aware of what's going on around you.
Self-reflective,
Start
yeah.
thinking about things you never really thought about before.
And people that haven't taken them will either deny that because they're scared, or they'll just deny that because they don't believe you. But like regardless, it really does. It makes you very
A lot of
self-aware.
it's, like,
Facts.
the push for like, because like certain drugs are bad. Don't get me wrong. Like don't do drugs. And, like,
Facts.
if
Absolutely.
you don't do drugs, continue not doing drugs, but like if you happen to like mushrooms or stuff like that,
Right.
it's probably the better thing to take, because not even like going into it for the tripping aspect, a
Like,
lot of it helps
microdose
like,
it.
your thinking, like your brain cognitivity
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, brain
you just,
function,
like,
all that.
better with working and everything. They're actually trying to push that. I think it's in like the UK. They're doing it right now, like Europe.
Yeah, Nikolai had a good point too. Shrooms are more like a situational thing, whereas weeds kind of like fits in the
That's a fact.
occasion.
That's an amazing take. I agree. Now, well, if you do a microdose, then you could do it like, but it's not like, hey, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna be fucking lit. Like weed, you'll get it hot. Microdose, you'll think different.
I think
You'll be more aware.
microdosing is great for if you are someone who's experiencing writer's block, or you just don't even know like what the fuck to do with your life.
Yeah.
Just try microdosing for like a couple of weeks.
Great point. I agree. 1000%. So let me ask y'all, what's your favorite form of art? And what I mean by that's like music, film, television, drawing, paintings,
Abstract.
dance, whatever. Abstract.
I like abstract art the most, just because, like, when it comes to painting and shit like that, that's that's like the first thing I ever did when it like came to just being creative, I guess, when I really think about it. Like, slapped down a canvas and just started painting shit on there, and like most of the time the abstract paintings I would do turned out pretty good. I mean, obviously there were ones that was like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
But there's still good ones that are great.
Seen some. I don't know if it was specifically abstract or not, but I've seen some of your paintings and they're fire.
Thank you.
I know you just made that one where it glows in the dark and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy as hell.
I need to get more paint like that.
Fuck yeah.
What would you say yours is?
If we're going like movie wise, in a sense, I guess I can say I kind of like stuff like that makes you think, you know, kind of like anything like horror, thriller, action, whatever. Like, you know, like the end of the movie, you're thinking like, wait a second. Like, you realize you actually have no clue what's going on. It's kind of like you're figuring the movie out as it's happening, and then like at the end, it unfolds completely differently, and you're like, wait a second, nothing I thought like explains how this could have happened at all.
Like mind-bending art.
It's a movie where you're forced to pay attention. Yeah, but it's.
And every time you watch it, you
not a chore to watch.
No matter what.
Yeah, no, that's fire. That's fire. So you'd say movies that make you think is your form of art.
There's a good one. It is a horror movie. You ever seen? It's called Oculus.
I've seen like.
I don't think I've ever seen the cover of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
So this might be butchered a little bit. This dad gets this like really nice wooden finished mirror, and it's possessed pretty much. And it's a woman, and little by little he starts like locking himself in his office, and he's working because he works from home, and he's in there like doing what this like demon's telling him to do, whatever. Like, you don't see a lot of that for the most part of the movie. And then eventually his daughter starts noticing, like, when she's playing outside through the window into his office, that he's talking to this woman, and she runs in, she tells her mom, and she starts freaking out, like, who is she, like, where is she, like, why are you, and he's like, you're crazy to this and that, and then it cuts, and she's like locked in the bedroom. And
his daughter is?
No, the wife. She's like locked in the bedroom, like fucking shackled down, and she ended up like, they don't really explain it too much, but she gets like possessed by the demon.
Damn.
And then the mom breaks out and kills the dad, and the kids run away, and they get put in like foster care. Well, the sister becomes like a antique auction, like, you know, like sell like the really expensive items and shit like that.
The sister, like she starts that like business, or
she gets into it.
Oh, she gets into it. Okay.
And you learn that she's actually like on a mission to get the mirror back, and she buys her old house, and her brother goes with her, and they set this mirror up, and the entire movie. There's this one scene. This one's really crazy. She's in the kitchen. You know, she's set up the trap to like break the mirror to like end the curse pretty much. And she picks an apple up, and she goes and she takes a bite into the apple, and then it like cuts, and she's actually biting into a fucking light bulb, and it shatters in her mouth.
Shit. Bro, that's insane.
It's wild.
This reminds me.
That is amazing.
Bro, it was crazy.
This reminds me of a crazy time, crazy story. You remember Caleb? Him and a friend of mine got into an argument in my basement one time, and they broke this really, really old mirror. And my mom didn't even know where it came from. It was a big-ass mirror. It was thick. And it broke, thankfully, coincidentally, it broke on this blanket that I had. So the whole thing was just shattered on this blanket, so we could just, you know, wrap it up in the blanket and take it out. We're about to take it outside to throw it in the garbage. It's like 12:30 in the afternoon. And Caleb's like, "Whoa, no, can't do that." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You gotta take it in the woods and bury it under the moon." Okay, this is what he said. And then you have to make a fire over top of it because it's an old broken mirror. And he's like, "Trust me." I'm like, "Okay." Then, or I guess to like keep spirits away, whatever.
Yeah.
Coincidentally enough, that night the cycle of the moon just wasn't there. There were stars, but the moon wasn't there. It was like
Covered up by the clouds.
no, the moon just wasn't there. We couldn't see it. It was one of those nights where it was either it came up extremely late, or it was like the cycle. It was super thin. You just couldn't fucking see it.
Yeah.
Like, couldn't see it. So we're out here already. We're like, the moon's not out here. This feels wrong. Okay, and it was spooky. And we buried the mirror, whatever. We put make a fire. Shit, you not, dog. I come down there like 2-3 days later to just check it out and see like if it was cool. The fire, the soot, like the hole we dug where the mirror was, everything, the blanket, all of it was gone. It was just gone. And then like a year later, I found a deer there, dead, which was weird too. But
In that exact spot.
yeah, weird stuff.
Yeah, hey. I got to see that movie.
Aerial type shit, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I got to see that movie. Facts. I'd say my favorite form of art. My favorite form of art would have to be between writing and great films, or just any great piece of content, and then music's right behind that. But I don't know. I think great writing lasts forever and can, like, anything can be done with it for eternity.
Isn't it hard, like, as an artist, really, to pinpoint your favorite form of art, though? Because, like, I was thinking the same thing. Like, I'm like, I want to say music. I want to say illustrator, I want to say painting. I like doing it. We like doing so much shit.
We like it all. Yeah, we like it all. We do it all, and we work hard at it. But I'd say, like, the ones that I feel like are going to leave the most generational impacts would be those two. But I think the music's going to be right there with it.
For sure.
It's lit. It's lit.
Music,
Yeah.
you have to think there's music that comes out and people listen to it hundreds of years later. It just depends on
Facts.
People
the vibe.
stumble upon stuff too, like, if you're just on like Apple Music or Spotify or SoundCloud, like you're just going through like the random music, like you can find something that'll pop on and it'll be like 10 years old, like find something that's
And it's still
brand new,
good.
and it's like, you
And
don't
it's still good in
Facts.
its time. What
And-
about yours, though?
Poetry and dance. I feel like people who do poetry definitely put like a lot of thought into it, and I don't know, I write poems all the time, and I only have to be in a certain state of mind to write them. Like if I'm distracted or there's a lot going on, I can't write it, but I'm chilling high thinking, that's when, but dancing is popping too. I really like music and moving and stuff like that.
Yeah. Facts.
I,
Those are two fire forms of art.
I always liked dancing, but I was kind of bad at a lot of dances that I tried to learn how to do. But then I learned how to do a handful that I'm good at. So.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, y'all got any topics you want to toss out?
You see that the cave diver memes recently,
No.
but
Did not.
even like aside from that, just like cave diving as like a whole, why? Why the hell are we trying to like squeeze ourselves into these tiny ass crevices? And most of them, they just go in there and then they come right back out.
Bro.
It's like, why are you putting yourself?
It's so
in such a
pointless.
life
Imagine that shit just
situation?
caves in on you.
Well, there
You
was
get
that
caved
guy
in the
who,
cave.
Crawled down and he got stuck like
Oh,
literally like this. Like if this
oh.
was his head and this was his feet. He was stuck down there for like 2-3 days before he died. Because
Yeah.
They tried to send a rescue team after him and everything, and they just couldn't get him out. He went down the one opening, and the way, literally, they said the way that he breathed is what caught him because it trapped his back and his chest to the walls.
That is horrible. Fuck that.
Yeah,
to
that
the
is
fullest
fucking
extent.
terrifying. And then there's that story about that dude that went cave diving. There's cave diving on dry land, right? And then what's
Undersea.
crazier is undersea cave diving. So people will find caves underwater and fucking
Yeah, fuck that. even
fuck
more.
that. Yeah, you panic down there. The dust kicks up. You flip upside down, and the ceiling will become the floor.
Yup.
because you're disoriented.
And the current might take you all the way deeper.
There's fish
into that
down there
bitch.
and shit.
There's just a giant some shit eating in there. Like fuck that. No, a giant squid and shit.
Yeah,
If that
hell
shit
no.
grabs you, you're not swimming.
Nope.
You're done.
It-
like a giant squid.
Dog, yeah, it wraps you up.
It's
and
like
shit.
worse than a snake. If that shit wraps around you in the ocean, you're done.
Dog, you ever see the video of the world's largest snake and it's like underwater? It's on the floor of this like river or something and it's moving. The thing is fucking huge.
Yeah, fuck.
It's like
that.
a 6-foot dude swimming next to it. It takes him like 12 whole seconds to move like from the bottom.
I
of
could
its tail
never
to
live
the
in
top.
a country where there's anacondas and shit like that.
Crazy,
Like
crazy.
Australia, I'll visit,
Bro,
but
I'll never
fuck
go to
no.
Australia. They got spider
The-
season.
bro, there's spiders like the camel spiders.
Exactly, I don't
is
care,
like-
bro. My
It could fill up that
arachnophobia
light
is
box.
off
Fuck
the
that.
Fuck.
Can't do
Fuck 'em.
spiders. Especially they got camel spiders out there, which aren't actually spiders, but
Right.
they're gross. Bro, they're gross.
Bro, camel spiders get big. They get like 1.5 feet long.
The huntsman spiders out there, they get huge. Those are the ones that you see the pictures of. They take up like the whole corner of the wall.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, scorpions, spiders, snakes, all that shit. Fuck them.
Snakes
But-
and scorpions are fine, but spiders.
Yeah, I just seen this shit recently where this dude in another country, he was like abusing this elephant. He had this elephant on a leash. It was a young elephant. It wasn't fully grown. It was pretty young, but it was a bit larger than him. He's poking it with a stick.
what?
So it kicked him and he fell back, and then it stepped on his back. It stepped on his back and his back broke, and then it like just started like flattening him. And it reminded me of if you type in your Google search elephant hung at carnival, the first thing that will pop up is 1902 or 1912. There was a carnival or a festival. It was a yearly thing, right? And
I saw something
this
about
dude
this recently.
was a trainer of an elephant. He was a great trainer. Him and the elephant had a great bond, and he ended up getting promoted to be the owner of the actual festival. So he hired a new trainer, right? And that trainer was abusive to the elephant, and the elephant ended up killing the guy. It smushed him live in the show because he was like stabbing it and shit, like with something, and it killed him. So even though that elephant was like 20 years in the game, the owner had no choice because he was losing like people and attraction shit. That same day they took the elephant and they also took another elephant and they got a crane and they wrapped something around his neck, and like the guy who owned it, he was crying. He gave it a hug, and they hung the elephant in front of
What
the
the
whole town. The whole town watched it.
I think, did you tell me about this already once before?
Yeah.
I think you told me this before because I looked it up. Yeah, I remember looking that up, and the pictures of it were actually insane. I'm fine. I'm gonna peep it real
Type
quick.
in elephant hung, it should pop up. What'd you say?
Elephant hung at circus.
Elephants have like a real high IQ.
I know,
That's why
and they're
they
nice
that
too.
stuff, too. That's
I think her
probably
name
why
was
they
Mary.
stalk them and everything. They're like, "Yo, you're the one
Murderous
who beat me
Mary.
every single day. Let me beat you back."
Yeah, if you type in elephant hung,
Mary.
it
Her name
pops
was
up.
Mary. Murderous
September
Mary.
1916.
Hold on, there's like a bunch of they all have like
Mary the elephant.
sensory over it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's. But imagine getting stomped on by an elephant going out like that. That's horrible.
That's old as hell. That's an old
That's
picture.
kind of scary. Like crows, they actually have funerals.
Really?
Yeah. So
What?
when a crow dies, its friends or family or whatever it would be, they gather around the dead crow, and we don't know if it's to mourn them necessarily. It could be, more than likely, some of it is, but they actually are scouting the area for threats and to figure out like clues to like figure out what killed their friend, and then they'll use that stuff to adapt and change their survival instincts. So it's like if
That's
you
brilliant.
shoot a crow and it dies and its friends happen to see it and they notice that, like, you know, they'll sit there at the little crow funeral, but the next time you're
Damn.
there they'll start swooping in and attacking you.
That's crazy. Yo, Mudsy said, did you know spider crabs are technically considered spiders as well?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's what's up.
You ever heard of the
Crabs are huge.
the Chinese spider
Crabs are
crab? It's
freaky.
like leg spans like
6 feet.
13 feet. I think
Oh
a fully
my
grown
God,
a fully grown
yeah.
female is like 13 feet long.
And
The
then their
legs.
body's like this big.
Yeah, it's weird. Their bodies are tiny, but their legs are long as hell.
It's freaky. I just learned like recently like shrimp and crabs and lobster, like they're all considered like pretty much bugs and roaches of the ocean, crustaceans.
Yeah, it's weird.
So that, like they're bottom feeders. It does.
We eating bugs of the ocean out here.
Bugs or not.
Think about like the delicacies.
Giant ass bugs.
Like
Shit. Hell yeah. What'd you say?
imagine like the delicacies that like could exist out there that we don't even know about, or like an island out there that has like really really fresh grassland because there's an animal that grazes the fields like 24/7. Imagine what it would taste like.
They literally eat bull testicles.
That's so fucking nasty.
Whoa.
Uncooked, like raw.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Just, like, chop
Whoa.
them up and, like, throw them in their soup or something. and
like the
they'll eat
fucking
it.
liver
It's, like,
king.
Raw?
Yeah, it's a delicacy out there, bro.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they'll cut open a testicle and eat them.
No.
The
You
liver
know,
and all
Like,
that
on
shit.
YouTube,
Not
they got,
a-
like prep courses on like making it and shit, bro. It's wild.
Prep courses on how to cut a raw testicle.
You ever seen somebody
Yeah,
dip? A
I could
fucking-
imagine. I could imagine how to make a raw testicle.
There's people that'll eat fucking octopus by the head, just straight up like. bite
Yeah,
the
no,
head.
that's freaky too. Like I feel like you gotta be a little demented.
You gotta be crazy.
I'll eat like calamari, but like I'm not eating no raw. Nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Facts.
Like fucking
Facts,
Tarzan.
facts. But yeah, I did want to mention one of my topics I had for earlier. Did y'all see what's going on in Europe with their laws right now and like how shit's going on with social media and shit out there?
No, actually, I haven't.
So not too much aside from what we were saying earlier.
Yeah. So right now in Europe, there's laws where I don't know the exact names, but it's for social media protection, pretty much is what they're saying. And if you make any, and this is no bullshit, y'all can look this up. The leaders over there just gave a interview on this last week, actually. If you make posts that are hate posts or anti like their regime, anti-feminist, anti-trans, whatever. Like if you're one of those people who make that type of post, you can be jailed, and it's more time than violent crimes. The leaders over there just gave a interview, and they said that we consider this more harmful than violent crime because this can be there forever and you can't get rid of it. And they're considered a democracy.
But a harmful, violent crime can cause forever, like PTSD.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not bullshitting you. They said this live on television, and then the reporter asked them, they're like, okay, well, how about if somebody like reposts or retweets something, right? And they said, well, we take that just as serious because somebody viewing that can't differentiate if that's that person's post in perspective or not. So you can there's people that are jailed right now. Like this isn't something that's coming. This has been around for over a year now, and people out there are getting arrested for social media posts. So I just wanted to know what y'all think about that.
I think that's outrageous. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it depends on what's being said, I guess. In some circumstances, there's some people and some things that shouldn't be on the internet. But
the whole Kanye West thing, then like I get it.
I don't
Like,
get
if
that.
you
That's
would,
not free speech.
Well,
If he's going to say something, he's going to say something. You don't put somebody in jail. Fine
well,
him.
not jail.
Fine him. Maybe ban him from an app. You don't throw somebody in jail.
yeah, jail's
That-
crazy.
that's not
Case
freedom.
suspension or
That's not
whatever.
freedom. But yeah,
Damn.
nah, it's crazy out there. It's wicked. And JD Vance, like it was kind of popular. He just went over to Europe and the United Nations and all that for a conference with the leaders there, and he spoke and he gave a speech about how they're not upholding their values and free speech and things that they claim that they are, and he got a lot of hate from them, but he got a lot of love from people over here on that. I mean, I just don't see how you could arrest people for that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
I feel like
all
that's
I'm
wild.
saying.
There's more important things we focusing on.
Yeah, 1000%. Don't let that happen here. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode of Vision Talks.
Thanks,
I'm
everybody,
Greg
for tuning
Lamont.
in. I'm Dude.
Summerly.
Big Bob.
Peace. We do a free train.